Listen, I've consumed an absurd amount of sports debate content in my life, and I am humiliated to admit that that number is getting close to 10,000 hours. Now, I'd say the majority of that content exists thanks in no small part to one man, the godfather of debate himself, Skip Bayless.
Skip. Really, Skip? Skip, let's stop it. That ain't what it was, Skip. No, stop it. Skip. No, you didn't, Skip. Skip. Skip, stop now, Skip, when you was talking, I didn't interrupt you. You keep doing this to me.
Skip Bayless. The man who's built like a praying mantis, has the personality of an old brown shoe, and has about as much sports know-how as my grandma. Who's dead. Now, this whole video won't just be me clowning on Skip Bayless, but that will be most of it, so let's get started.
One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was. I am sorry to inform you, these championship rings should be made of cubic zirconia. On the inside of these rings should be a little inscription, avoided Clippers. The one team that could have gotten you fell on its face because it was looking ahead to you.
How's that the Lakers' fault, though?
It's not, it was just meant to be.
At the age of 52, can he right now, at 52 years old,
Right here, right now.
beat LeBron one-on-one? I mean, and beyond, come on.
You know, Stephen A.
Oh
Smith,
gosh, don't do this.
You know, he just might be able to.
Don't do
He
this.
just might be able to. Can you rank your top 10 players that were named to the 75th anniversary team? Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, Magic Johnson. Number 3, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 4, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 5, Tim Duncan. Number 6, Bill Russell. Number 7, Kobe Bean Bryant. Number 8, Larry Bird. Number 9, LeBron James.
I'm gonna try to contain myself. Let's state the obvious. This is the worst sports take of all time, and man, is that saying something. Most people would have LeBron first or second, more than likely second, and as a bona fide LeBron James dick rider, I have no problem putting him at second. MJ was just that guy. I can definitely understand arguments made that he's third. Kareem had a long, decorated career, so did Kobe, and you could even make a case for Magic Johnson. To me, putting him any lower than that should revoke your basketball card. And then there's Skip Bayless, the guy who's had a sports media career longer than 2 of my lifetimes. Now, I'm pretty convinced for this one he is trolling. Just in case he isn't, let's go ahead and shoot down any case he'd be willing to make for people ahead of LeBron. Larry Bird, along with Magic Johnson, amplified the sport of basketball and really paved the way for Michael Jordan to take it into the stratosphere. LeBron is just better. Every single one of these accomplishments LeBron has more of. Tim Duncan. Now, Skip is a San Antonio Spurs fan, so he has to put Tim Duncan way the fuck up his list. But Tim just isn't in the same conversation as LeBron. He didn't do enough. And he played his entire career for an organization that never had a bad year until like his later years. And yes, he did beat LeBron in the finals a couple times, but one of those years LeBron's team had no business being in the finals. And there was a year that LeBron won as well. Bill Russell. All you need to know about Bill Russell is that he won the most championships all time. And he pretty consistently got the better of the only other player in that era, Wilt Chamberlain. And that's just it. Even though you have to put him top 10 just out of respect, Bill Russell doesn't got shit on LeBron. Shaq and Kobe. This is certainly one of the top 2 greatest duos of all time, and the very fact that they didn't win more championships together pretty much speaks for itself. They were really good on their own, amazing together, but neither of them have ever been as good as LeBron. Kareem and Magic, the other greatest duo of all time. Kareem won a championship without Magic, but LeBron won a championship with 3 different franchises. Magic was the greatest passer of all time, until LeBron came along, and most people thought Kareem's scoring record would last forever. Now, I could obviously make the Jordan argument, but I'm not going to. A, that's not what this video is about, and B, I got Jordan in that argument. Now, someone who isn't familiar with Skip Bayless might watch this video and think there's no way this man can have enough delusion in his brain for anything more than hating on LeBron, right? Well, you see.
We ain't gonna talk about this.
Take me out. It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream, you lost.
It is my
You
turn.
lost the game.
It's my turn. Clearly, I only need one look to know that he stuck the nose in the turf to catch the football. You know it, and I know it. It was clearly not a catch. That is as legal a play as you can get. And some idiot referee who hates Jerry Jones.
Don't do that,
It's at Jerry World, and they hate him. You have to overturn the call on the field. But they don't. And you know why they don't? Because they knew that they didn't want to show up yet another referee crew on a solo stage night game, such as a Saturday night game that everybody was watching, because we all know everybody watches the Dallas Cowboys, and everybody's going to now miss the Dallas Cowboys, including everybody who watches the show, because I'm going to have to let it go. So what would happen here? If you overturn immediately, give the Cowboys a chance to just 5 seconds, and
Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
For the record, that Cowboys hat I'm wearing is not a prop. I am actually a fan of this team. So it brings me no joy whatsoever to say that that man might just be our leader. Yeah, those words leave a foul taste coming out of my mouth. Skip pretty much represents the quintessential Cowboys fan. We're loud, boisterous, insufferable when we win.
Help! Stop them Cowboys!
We're chock full of excuses when we lose.
We held them to 19.
Yes.
Shouldn't that be good enough to win a game?
Yes.
A playoff game on the road
Yes.
against the vaunted 49ers
Yes.
with the last pick in the draft playing quarterback? Come on.
And regardless of how the season actually turns out, we're convinced that next year will be our year.
You know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? I can't stand it.
Whenever the Cowboys do lose, millions of people tune in to see Skip Bayless eat crow. However, far too often, they end up seeing something quite different.
That was all about Andy Dalton doing it with his arm and his legs.
They were 35% for the game. Is that good?
All I know is we should have won.
No, you shouldn't.
Challenge, win.
Ah, the classic Skipism. That beautiful phrase is Skip's way of saying, I just lost the debate. But hopefully if I say a completely irrelevant statement, you'll forget that just happened. Skip lives in an echo chamber, so you'll often hear him not responding to points that his debate partners make. It's a really immature way to approach a debate, but it is what's kept him on TV for centuries. And you shouldn't fix what ain't broke, which is a perfect segue into part 3.
You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I
so
got 3
what?
Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
better.
Skip, what did that see what you do? You take personal shots.
No,
For the-
I don't take personal
Hold on,
shots.
time
You
out, time out,
started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal
Time
shot at you.
Wait a
What are
minute.
you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's
Go
just
ahead.
so.
So you would
you know what? It's beneath your
You would
dignity.
disrespect me to
No,
support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever
Have
played
at
your
it.
game, and it's by
Have at
far.
it. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well,
Yep.
time out. I'm not going to take it down
Okay,
because I
but-
stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me
Okay.
finish. Let me-
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting
Okay.
me. You could have came back, Skip. I thought, Skip, just let
I didn't know you were gonna bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip, I didn't want to yesterday to get to a situation where DeMar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanations, so clearly
No,
somebody...
they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
It's crazy to think about how those two instances effectively ended a show that lasted over 6 years. Oh, and you may be wondering why my voice keeps getting higher and lower as the video goes on. Honestly, I think I might be going through puberty again. My voice is changing, I'm finding hair in places it's never been. Please pray for me in this confusing time. Anyways, it's been well documented at this point just how significant those clips were to the future of Undisputed.
That is the day I knew it was over. You would be leaving. I said, there is no way the Skip Bayless that I know, the Shannon Sharp that I came to know, the television business, the way that I know it, there is no way in hell they survived that together. It is over. Shannon's going to be gone.
I've never not shown up for work. And for me not to show up for work, I should have. Maybe that was the final straw. Maybe that was the coup de grace that they used to say, okay, we want to move on without Shannon Sharpe. Whatever the case may be, I was wrong in that instance for not showing up to work.
Skip and Shannon's relationship was getting to a boiling point, and it was becoming clear to the audience that a change was right around the corner. But who was actually going to stay with Undisputed? The 71-year-old contrarian who has enough money to retire decades ago? Or the 55-year-old entertaining Adonis who seems to have decades left in the tank? Not to mention, both of these clips just so happen to make Skip look like a flaming asshole, but FS1 made their decision. And here's why I believe they made the right decision.
Skip, hold on for 1 second.
Right.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Because you get heat oftentimes.
I do.
But you've given a lot of us opportunities that people look past and
Thank
they don't
you.
understand, they don't recognize. And none of us are perfect. But you have given us, y'all know darn well what I'm talking about, so many opportunities, man. And I appreciate you for that, boss.
Skip Bayless, you fought for me, bro.
Did I?
I'm here because of you. You've allowed me to share the stage with you. You've allowed me to share the platform. The opportunity that you gave me to become what I became, I'm forever indebted to you. I'll never forget what you did for me. You've helped me grow more than you ever know.
One of the greatest honors of my career was when you called and asked me to do this show. But you asked me to do it because you had a vision and you saw what this show could be with the two of us. And you made it happen, and you will forever be synonymous with First Take, my man. I am happy for you, but you know, we're friends for life, and I wish you the best.
So remember when I said this whole video wouldn't just be me clowning on Skip Bayless? Well, I actually have a lot of nice things to say about this guy. So let's get started. You can call Skip Bayless a lot of things, but you cannot call him a racist. If you're not familiar with Skip's background, he was actually raised by a black woman who stepped in when his alcoholic parents weren't around.
I was basically raised by a black woman. Her name was Katie Bell Henderson. She grew up in Alabama. Her grandparents were slaves.
She made sure that the injustices that her people had faced were not lost on this young man. And this becomes clearly evident whenever there's a segment on civil justice.
We need to bring awareness to a staggering problem that is facing our country right now. White cops killing unarmed black men with no punishment. It happens again and again, over here, over here, over here. What is going on here?
But more on the debate side of things, I really appreciate the role that Skip plays as the contrarian. FS1 has gone all in on Skip Bayless, and this is precisely why. He's a natural-born devil's advocate. I think he actually believes most of the shit he says. And if he doesn't, then that's even more impressive. That would mean that Skip is tanking all the criticism he receives just in the interest of actually having a debate show. Cause let's face it, there's no debate if everyone's in agreement. And last but not least, this dude works hard. He sleeps like 4.5 hours a night. He's done cardio every day since Lincoln was shot. Did I mention that he's in his fucking 70s? If I'm in my 70s and I'm not in a retirement home getting an over-the-pants hand job from a nurse while I watch Wheel of Fortune, somebody shoot me. But in a nutshell, that's why FS1 kept Skip over Shannon, because more often than not, he takes the more difficult position to defend in a debate, and he's just easy to disagree with. The devil's advocate. If you've made it this far into the video, please leave some constructive criticism in the comment section. This is the first video I've done on this channel, and I'd love to hear some things that could make my videos better in the future. But other than that, I'll see you next time when I talk about the best sports debate show on television. And it is not Undisputed.